Sherlock, our Rite boiler just sprung a leak of some sort. Is that why the office is so cold? We better find that leak and fix it, Watson. Find it? Fix it? We don't even know where the bloody leak is coming from. Well, if we're lucky, we'll be able to see it just from opening the firebox door. Any luck? There's the culprit, leaking like a lounge lizard in a London pub. Holmes? Yes, Watson. What would we do if we weren't so lucky and able to see the leak just from opening the firebox door? Glad you asked. Well, you'd have to crawl in and look around. Are you daft? It's hot enough in there to toast an English muffin. Here, Watson. I've drained the boiler, cooled the firebox with a fan, and laid a piece of cardboard down on the burner bed. Now you do the dirty work and get inside. How do I know you won't fire the boiler up while I'm in there? Your practical jokes are well known. Here, I've removed the burner control. The boiler can't fire without it. Now you're in. Tell me what you see. Not much of anything, Holmes. Try turning on your torch, Watson. Ah! Well, all I see are some tubes above the bottom row and in between. That's because you're looking straight up. The tubes are staggered. Take a yardstick and angle it until it slides up past the second row. I see what you mean. If I look up at an angle, I can spot a leak 2, maybe 3 rows up. Precisely, Watson. But, Holmes... Spit it out, Watson. What if the leak is higher up than that? In that case, we must find the leaking tube by opening the side of the boiler. This side? No, we'd have to disconnect too many things on that side. So this side? Yes. Sometimes there's nothing on it, and sometimes there might be some piping that needs to be removed like this. And now we just remove the side? Yes, using this screw gun with a 5/16 socket. And roll up the fiberglass insulation? And remove the angle iron like so. And a couple more screws and taps with a hammer, and out she comes. That's the spirit, Watson. Now look, we have a nice full side view of all the tubes. But there are so many so close together. How would we know which one is leaking? We'll take a piece of cardboard and start inserting it between the rows of tubes, pulling it out to check for water leaks as we move the cardboard fore and aft, row by row, until, by Jove, the cardboard's got a spot of water on it right there. Yes, Watson. Now all we have to do is take a second more precise reading and use a tape measure in order to identify exactly which tube is leaking. Thank you, Sherlock. Now let's plug or replace the tube and put the boiler back together so we can celebrate with a nice cold IPA.